This past weekend at a Republican event in the state of Arizona, specifically in Green Valley, Arizona, a 73-year-old activist was grabbed by the neck by Republican candidate Blake Masters, who of course has been endorsed by Donald Trump, and thrown to the ground after Masters incorrectly believed that this individual had hit a woman. Now, there is video of the event. Masters does show up. It's a blink and you'll miss it thing because he goes very fast, grabbing the 73-year-old man and slamming him to the ground. But here is the clip nevertheless, so you can see what happened for yourself. Take a look.
Put down your phone. Put down your phone.
No. Hey, get him out of here. Hey. Out. You can't hit a woman. What the hell's wrong with you?
Who do you think you are? Move.
You know what? I'm a retired policeman. Your conduct is abhorrent.
And of course, again, it's very difficult to tell who is Masters in that video. There are stills available that you can kind of see, where he is. And of course, he's admitted. He said, basically, this dude hit a woman and I was going to jump in and stop him. But the reason the altercation began in the first place is because this 73-year-old activist did show up in a Jail Trump hat and a Black Lives Matter t-shirt. And several of the people in attendance at this Republican rally didn't take too kindly to that. He was also, of course, wearing an N95 mask and a button that said fully vaxxed. So he kind of walked into the lion's den, right? That doesn't excuse anything that happened to him. But he knew, I think, at least to some degree, that these people were not going to take kindly to this, and that is, of course, why he had his GoPro filming this entire time, which, of course, is why we even have video of it in the first place. But he, the 73-year-old man that was tackled to the ground by a Trump-backed Republican candidate, is the only one facing any charges. He is facing charges for both trespassing at a public event and simple assault for allegedly touching the woman who, of course, struck him first. She did throw a right hook at him, hit him, and so he pushed her off. And then all these Republicans, as you can see from the video, said, no, you can't hit a woman. And that's, I guess, when Masters heard it, ran over there, slammed a 73-year-old man to the ground. Masters himself is 35 years old. So not exactly a fair fight, right? And of course, the woman did strike him first, and him trying to get her away was, of course, self-defense. It was not in any way assault, but he's being charged. Charges are likely to not stick, again, because he has this whole thing on video. But again, we're talking about a 35-year-old Trump-backed Republican candidate running for Senate in the state of Arizona that neck tackled a man, an elderly gentleman, to the ground. A gentleman that was not being violent. Was it provocative what he did? Sure. Does that justify anything that happened to him? Absolutely not. And of course, after he was hit, after he was tackled to the ground, they literally picked him up and carried him outside of the event so that he could no longer be in attendance. This whole thing is beyond ridiculous, right? Nothing should have happened to this man. If you had a problem with his presence there, you didn't like his hat or shirt or button or mask, all you had to do was nothing. That's it. But that's something Republicans can't seem to do. They just can't ignore it when they see it out there because they get so mad and so triggered, and leads to the assault of a 73-year-old man who, again, is somehow the only one charged in this incident. I imagine that his video clip is not only going to exonerate him, but it could easily result in charges against other individuals, possibly up to and including Blake Masters himself. One of today's video sponsors is Kamikoto, the makers of high-quality Japanese steel kitchen knives, and they're offering our viewers $50 off their orders by going to kamikoto.com/ROF and using code ROF at checkout. Kamikoto makes great Japanese steel kitchen knives using traditional techniques from Japan. Kamikoto builds on the legacy of over 800 years of Japanese technology and expertise in creating the steel to make knives that have been meticulously handcrafted from using traditional techniques that date back to the Edo period of Japan. Kamikoto also only uses steel sourced from mills in Japan, and each blade is crafted using techniques that have been honed and perfected by generations of knifesmiths. Each Kamikoto knife goes through a rigorous 19-step process that takes several years from start to finish to complete. With more than 100 years of experience between them, their national expert bladesmiths hone and sharpen raw steel into hardy blades, polishing and sharpening them to an excruciatingly fine edge. Each knife comes in a beautiful, heavy-duty ash wood box, which makes it the perfect gift. It's also easy to store in the box that it comes in. Each knife is individually inspected and comes with a lifetime guarantee. And these knives are used by Michelin star chefs all over the world. Again, Kamikoto is offering a discount of $50 off your order. So go to kamikoto.com/ROF and use the code ROF at checkout to take advantage of this fantastic offer.